I am now officially starting the recording. Alright, Nadia, welcome back to Wishes of Nibiru. I'm going to start off by putting you on the spot with a dreaded question.
Oh no!
Nadia, what did you think of all the positive feedback you received from your friends regarding the makeup you wore the other day? And do you think it may be a more common occurrence now?
I don't really know if she, like...
Oh, you're Nadia now.
Oh,
Nadia.
I have to be Nadia. Okay.
Maybe she doesn't know how she feels, but you're Nadia.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't particularly care for it, but... maybe down the line there'll be other events where I attempt to paint my face again. I don't know how I feel about the compliments. It's kind of weird, but we'll see. Maybe there will be a time when it'll come in handy. I don't know.
Okay. So, tell me, what happened last time we played, and where are you?
Oh boy. Let's see. So, we were on the highway. Well, I wasn't on the highway, but I was actually, I had jumped down off the highway to try and chase after that weird ninja guy that was attacking, or that came out of nowhere and started attacking people. And before that, I had seen that person, which I believe was a dude, bike all away with a motorcycle, and just, I think I know who it is, and it's frustrating to have to deal with this, but knowing I had to get back up there, my friends were counting on me, so I tried to find my way back up, which there was a big ramp to get back on the highway, so I was making my way that direction, and could hear cops in the distance, so somebody must have reported the accident. And before I start walking away, I tried to yell at Layla to ask her to move my bike, but I don't know if she actually did or not. As I'm making my way up the ramp, I see Trevor riding my motorcycle an opposite direction with a police car chasing him. I'm like, are you serious? Why are you taking my fucking motorcycle? And trying not to be, like, suspicious, there's a fucking cop chasing him, I decided to yell that he stole my bike after Trevor hops off of it and starts running for it. I mean, that's one way to get away, but, like, seriously, there's a cop now chasing you. But it turns out that the cop, like, fell over and started rolling around, and by the time I got up to him, he was just laying there unconscious, so I'm like, I don't know. So I decided to ride the bike back and tell one of the other cops that, like, there was a man down back there. I mean, I don't know. I don't want him to die. Like, seriously. Who does that? So they just told me that they'll take care of it, and I asked them, like, am I cool to leave? Like, I just want to go home. They didn't really care for me to stay there, so I just, like, left, which is fine, because Layla looked at me, and she kind of just, I peeked over at her, she kind of nodded in, like, a, it's okay, I got this type of situation. I mean, I've had that before, like, other people have done that for me, like, I know what that looks like. So I'm gonna get out of there, and I make it back to the bar, and I see Jackson's just hanging out. He looked like he was thinking about something. I can't quite tell what it was, but and Henna was bandaging up Henry, surprise, surprise. He looked like he got into some sort of fight or some shit, and I don't know what the fuck's up with him, but Jackson was talking about some darkness or something that was returning, and we were talking about old man Penny that was sitting over in the corner, and we're like, well, maybe we should just go talk to him. Like, go talk to him and ask him what we should do. So we asked old man Benny what's going on, what do we do, and he said, well, this is what we trained for. Go out and take care of it, kind of deal. And I mean, I've heard stuff like that before, but I don't know, it just kind of felt weird. But Jackson kind of left, and I was asking about Boston, and I think I got into trouble because he was like, who told you about Boston? And I was just like, Jason? So I think I'm going to put him under the bus, but you know, whatever. It's just Jason. He told me that a monster had killed one of our people, and then they went out to hunt it, but what kind of monster? And I kind of feel like it relates to that one video that we saw, that me and my friends saw online, with the weapon and stuff. Like, it just made me think of that, but I don't know, what's the monster? Is it a person? Is it a beast? What kind of, you know, it looked like a person fighting a person on the video. Maybe there's more to it, I don't know, but he didn't really talk much, so I just walked over to Benny in the bar, and I just slapped Henry on the back, and you know, I need a shot from Henna, and Henry's just like, ow, take it easy. I'm just like, oh, Buttercup, you got this, like, you hit her all the time, like, whatever, you're fine. So I get a shot, and I decide to go, and Henna's just being a little bitch, right? Like, so she's looking at me like I did something wrong, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I didn't do shit. And she's just like, whatever. And so I'm like, I'm leaving, going to bed, whatever. When we go to bed, my phone buzzed and was both my phones did, including like the burner phone that Trevor gave me. Said that a dangerous and armed individual is on the loose with abnormal abilities. Gee, I wonder who that is. Maybe Trevor. Maybe they are considering because he ran off and did his own thing. But why would they suspect that he has abnormal abilities? It basically just said to contact special units in Rose City. They also gave Jake's mugshot as an example. I wonder whatever happened to Jake. I think he died, but I can't tell because I didn't really look at him, so I don't know what happened. We all were chatting on our texts, you know, just making sure we're all okay and that everything's alright, and giving Layla some advice about talking to her dad. I guess that she has to have a conversation about like what happened and whatnot, so I think Robin took care of that. And then in the morning, I got a call from Jason with an unknown number and area code. So I didn't really know who it was, but when he answered, he said that someone stole his wallet while he was out doing, you know, his mission, which he's not supposed to do, dumbass. And he told me to be careful, that he's not supposed to have his wallet and phone. The fuck's wrong with you, Jason? Seriously? You gonna bring your shit when you're not supposed to do that? Like, come on. What is he asking me to be careful about, though? I don't know. I suppose I'll find out. The news, they said that there were some dangerous people, an interview about this one guy, that a police officer fell chasing a boy in red. Like, really, Trevor? Now you have to wear a different sweater. Like, now they know it's you. Like, come on. And some lady said a girl was turning into a cat. All I can think about is Robin. Like, what is she doing? When did this happen? What? I didn't see this. Like, seriously? We need to be more careful about what the fuck we're doing. But whatever. I come down to the bar during the day. I see Henry. I tell him about what Jason told me about be careful about like stuff, and I don't know. He kind of seemed kind of like what's up with that kind of dealing, but I don't know. I just want to make sure that he was watching too, because like that whatever could happen to me could happen to him too, and I just want him to be careful. He's my best friend. So I decided to tell him that I'm going to go pick up that case and a bass, because he was telling me that I'd be good at playing a bass. So I went to go buy it, and he went with me. He bought me the damn case. Where is he getting all this money from? He even bought the weapon. This thing cost a fortune. How does he have that much money? I'm going to have to grill him about that later, because why spend all that money on me? I don't know. But it's... the base is red. It has red, purple, orange flames on it. The case and some learning materials. We take it back to the bar, and I asked Henry about adding that special piece, like an enhancement to the case, because I thought that sounded cool, you know? So he took it to Jackson and he would figure it out, but Blake's been staying with him, so I told him, like, don't you fucking dare let Blake touch my damn case. The guy is just a fucking hobo. And then I decided to practice, because if I'm going to be playing this thing, I need to know how to play it right. So I was getting kind of antsy later. I put my stuff away. I decided to go down and spar. Jackson said he'd go spar with me, so we went down to the dojo, and I think I kind of kicked his ass. I mean, he kind of blacked out. But he decided to get up, and I just was like, you know, I'm just going to practice a little bit more and then go to bed. Like, I'm tired. During the middle of the night or in the morning, I can't really quite remember, but I woke up feeling kind of weird, and then we had this huge earthquake, and it was just crazy. Like, I mean, these happen once in a while, but that was a pretty large earthquake. And that's pretty much where I left off.
Alright. Here's a couple inspiration die. Can you share up the light?
Yeah.
It's better for the cameras.
Oops. Also,
yeah.
Side notes, other things that happened when Nadia didn't see. Basically, Jake's fucking dead. Tim went to the hospital. A lady called the cops, which is why the police came, but she saw Robin change into a cat. But we don't know if anyone's going to believe them. Layla's dad came to pick her up, and so he's back. Let's see. What else is interesting in here? Robin and Trevor's mom is really pissed. So they get grounded. Trevor found some more information on Rasputin. He's the one mediating between the Army and the Air Force and groups. He's the youngest Air Force general in history. Find that the forces are looking for special individuals, alludes to taunting people with special abilities and removing them from society. Trevor and Robin's dad's coming home the next day, so they'll be home for Thanksgiving. Trevor finds a picture of him and David building a robot in the background at David's house. He sees that the computer external hard drive is plugged into David's computer. Robin had this whole thing with her spirit things, with her druidess, having to go to the tree. She saw these wolves that were attacking this one dude. They were injured, and then her wolf spirit healed them, and then they chase after this guy. Don't know who the guy is or anything. Robin saw this vision of this world, the second world, two planets colliding together, maybe something in the future. Both worlds destroyed when they collided. And that's all I had for extra notes.
Alright. So
that Nadia doesn't know anything about because she didn't live there.
You were just getting up and beginning your morning routine when the earth shook and you fell to a knee. There was a pretty massive earthquake. It's not so massive for that it caused destruction, but it's larger than typical.
Okay. Wow.
And begin. And feel free to use your menu to reference yourself on the map if you'd like.
Okay, so I'm guessing that I'm here in my room somewhere. Okay, so she's gonna go into the living room and turn on the TV to see if there's anything on the news about the quake.
Alright. When you turn on the news, There's an alert just going across the screen. Regular programming was canceled in order to bring up the alert, which is just stating that there was an earthquake. It gives the how great it was on the Richter scale, which Nick is not personally familiar enough to give an accurate description at the moment. So
Okay.
But right now it's just giving warnings to beware of possible aftershocks or additional quakes, and says that this one was unexpected and that people are looking into it and to just double check on everything, check everywhere in your house, make sure that there's no fires or gas leaks or damage or anything like that, and to basically do roll call and be careful.
Okay.
And also that there will be an update later.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think Nadia's gonna get complete her getting ready for the day, and is gonna go down to the bar.
Okay. Is there anything in particular you do to get ready for the day?
Just making sure she's showered, dressed, eaten breakfast. Aside from that, I mean, nothing really particularly crazy. Just
Okay.
clean up, get ready. Head down to the bar and see if anyone else is down there.
Alright.
Maybe walk around the house, check if there's anything that's out of place, like from the earthquake or any damage that she can visibly see.
Everything seems fine. You might see a book or two that fell from the shelf, but nothing looks out of the ordinary. When you get downstairs to the bar, there are two people. There is a gentleman you have never seen before, and Henna, who is cleaning a glass. The gentleman is drinking a beer at the bar and is remarking, "You know, this is the only bar I know of that is open this early in the morning." Henna replies, "Lucky me."
I'm going to...
Do you come in from the back of the bar, or do you come... Yeah, you probably would. The only other option would be if you came in through the VIP section. And feel free to
Is that
put
the bar?
that on the floor.
Yeah.
Feel free to set maps down that you're not using.
I'm gonna guess that I'm coming in from...
So this is the door that comes in from the back of the bar. Yeah. So when you step out, the gentleman looks up at you and goes, "Ah, you work in the kitchen?"
No, I live here.
He cocks his head, sort of confused. Okay. He goes back to sipping his beer.
I'll look over to Henna.
She very pointedly doesn't look at you. What do you say?
She's just trying to get her attention and be like...
Okay, she's ignoring you and just cleaning a cup.
Earth Henna!
Hmm.
Who's that guy?
A customer.
Okay. Sidebar. Is it normal to have random people just show up in the bar sometimes?
Yeah, nobody is going out of their way to advertise the bar or bring people in, but you guys do make money off of people who decide to randomly come in.
Okay. So it's not weird to just have random people.
Yeah,
show
no,
up.
it's not out of the ordinary.
Okay.
But if they aren't an official member, they cannot go in the VIP section, and if somebody tries to get in on any given night, then they're pretty much just ignored and told no.
Gotcha. And there's no one else in the bar?
Right now, it's just those two.
Okay.
The gentleman is wearing a sort of wrinkly business suit.
Okay.
He's got the top button of his shirt unbuttoned and his tie's a little loose.
Drinking kind of early.
Rough night.
Do I know if Henry's stayed here?
Yeah, he said that he was going to be staying for like the next week.
Okay. Do I know which room he normally stays in?
No. In fact, he hasn't stayed here before.
Okay. I think she's gonna go, since nobody's really down here, she's gonna go to the dojo and just get a morning workout in.
Okay, she's gonna go to the dojo at the street level?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if anybody's in there, cool. Otherwise, well, I noticed there was a training room downstairs too. Maybe she'll go down there instead.
Okay. Are you going to go to the gym or just sort of like a training workout room that has like punching bags, mats, and like dummies?
That one.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Let's see here.
This room here.
It is empty right now. It's usually it may feel a little surreal because this room isn't typically empty, especially in the morning, because a lot of members of the Motorcycle Ryu like to get their morning workout in and do stuff. But it serves as a further reminder that everybody's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just gonna...
Going through katas, beating up a dummy, punching bag.
Yeah. Just kind of nothing too crazy. Just just going, whatever, fighting and practicing. Like she would be fighting against a person on the dummies or something, and doing some sort of punching exercises.
I, as the DM, am curious, and I'm not going to have this affect you in any way other than maybe how sweaty Nadia gets. But does she do all this and like beat up the dummies, like wearing jeans and a leather jacket on?
Oh, I guess she didn't change into any clothes. I'm gonna say that she went back upstairs to change before she came down.
Into like gym appropriate time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that would make more sense, and she wouldn't just go in jeans.
Well, and just to be clear, like I wasn't like it wouldn't affect anything story wise. I was just curious.
No, I guess I didn't really think of that. But no, I would just say she went back upstairs if she knew she was gonna do that.
Right. Okay.
Change and then go down and do something, and then when she's done with that, she'll just go shower and clean up again. Yeah.
Okay. You also
like
know that
half an hour to an hour worth of just getting workout, cleaning up, and changing, and so.
Okay. And it's nice because you actually have a shower in or a bath, full bath and a shower in your apartment. Not all of them do.
Yeah.
A lot of people have to use the sort of public showers that you guys have upstairs. Let's see here. I don't know why I'm standing up. I have copies of the map right here.
So I suppose after all of that, unless nothing else happens, she's going to make her way back to the bar when she's done with all of that.
All right, 1 second.
And sit down somewhere at a table.
When you're leaving the training room and you're going upstairs, Granny Annie is also heading upstairs. It's one of the elders, an older lady, and she is probably the least seen of the elders. You also know that she is the only person who lives in the basement.
Um,
She's just sort of slowly making her way up the stairs. You don't have to interact with her, but
Yeah.
I'm letting you know that she's heading upstairs.
okay.
And as you get to the top of the stairs, you see that she's not staying at the ground level, she's continuing up to the second floor.
So kind of going in the same direction she is to clean up.
Oh, that's true, yeah, because you're going to clean up, yeah. Well, let's see, would you see where she was going? Based on this here. On the second floor where your apartment is, I am guessing that you would come up the staircase and head west. You go, yeah.
Where?
So-
Here's the staircase.
yes. So
So I'm gonna head this direction.
this way, right? To get to your apartment. Okay. When she comes up, she goes the opposite direction. So let's see here. Yeah, you might see her as you're entering the apartment, walking up to this square here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not gonna interact with her. She's not anybody that I normally talk to anyway, so.
That's true. Alright, so you take your shower, and then you go and head back down to the bar.
Yep.
Let's see
She's
here.
gonna try and find a table to sit at
Okay.
that nobody else is just, I don't know, back here. Some shit.
Alright. Yeah. Okay. Do you just sit there?
Um,
And when you get there, the gentleman is still there. He's eating some eggs and bacon that Hannah cooked for him. And you see him pass like a full $20 tip to Hannah, who seems to be pretty happy with the guy right now because he's tipping generously, and she just had to like go cook some eggs and bacon real quick.
yeah. I don't really do anything with interacting with them. I think she just kind of hang out, check her phone for any messages.
Okay.
Does she have anything that's pending, or?
Let's see here. I'm going to say that you do not currently have any messages. That's pretty early. However, eventually, you see Jackson walk out, and he interacts with Hannah briefly and waves to the guy who's sitting there, like chatting away at Hannah. You might be a little far away to hear their conversation because nobody's projecting or being particularly loud. But the gentleman has been yakking away at Hannah, and Hannah briefly interacts with Jackson, points back in the direction he came from. The guy in the suit looks like sort of curious when Jackson comes out and talks to her and then walks back in.
So Jackson comes out from back here, and then
From
leaves
behind
the bar?
Yeah, he comes from behind the bar, comes into the room at the bar, talks with Hannah briefly. Hannah points back to the door he came from, like, over there, like sort of a thing. And then he gives her a thumbs up and then walks back through.
Back to the back.
Yeah.
Huh, okay. She's going to text Henry and see what he's doing, what he's up to.
Okay. Henry messages back. He says, I'm hanging out in Jackson's room.
I'm gonna ask him what he's doing. Like, what is he up to?
Like, more specifically? than
Yeah.
that? Okay. Says, let's see. says, changing some bandages on Blake.
Oh, I'm gonna text back if he needs help, or if Jackson's done with the case.
Done with what?
The case, the base case that she had modified.
Okay. And he says, no, I can change bandages fine enough. I mean, I can see why you'd think it might be difficult because my arm was hurt yesterday. Because case should be done a little bit later today. He started working on it last night. He hasn't been sleeping too well, so he needed something to do.
Okay. I'm gonna text back and ask if he'd be available later for lunch. Or dinner.
He says, yeah, of course.
Okay. And then...
As you're sitting there texting, the guy in the suit...
He's suspicious. I kind of want to kick his ass.
Roll perception.
Perception. 14?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll say you notice as he's about halfway across the bar to you, he comes over to sit down at your table with you.
Okay, that's weird. Kind of looks up at him, but doesn't say anything.
Okay. He sits down across from you. He says, so, you just hanging out or what? You look kind of lonely over here.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out.
Says, want me to order you a drink?
That's too late for that.
The orange juice.
No thanks.
Okay. He just continues snacking on his eggs. Says, so how many people live here?
Why
Noticed
so
that
curious?
other guy come out earlier. I don't know, it's just weird. Never heard of people living at bars.
Oh, there's an apartment in the back.
Oh. I guess that makes sense. Are you guys, like, always open?
Which I actually know the answer to that.
So you can decide what your answer is, but
Right.
you are usually always open, and then sometimes nobody feels like working, so you just close it down for whatever reason.
Not all the time. I don't really know the particular hours, but
Oh, do you not actually work the bar? Or?
no.
Oh, okay.
You'd have to ask Hannah.
Nice girl.
You like her?
She's a little bit young for me.
How old are you?
32.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, no. Then why are you offering to buy me a drink?
I'm bored. Figured I'd make conversation. And, again, orange juice.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you say you're bored.
Yeah?
Ever done Tai Chi?
No.
It's a dojo around the corner.
You want me to do Tai Chi?
You want to spar?
He gives you like a really curious look. Like he's sort of confused. Roll either persuasion, intimidation, or seduction, whichever one she's trying. If she's honestly trying to persuade him, roll persuasion. If she's trying to flirt in some way, roll seduction. And if she's trying to scare him, then roll intimidation. So let me
It would
know
be
which.
persuasion.
Okay.
Natural 20. But I also get a -2, so...
That's okay. That's okay.
I saw it bouncing between that and 2, and then it was just like, 20.
Okay, he goes... He chugs off a beer, he goes, you know what? He takes his tie off, he goes, alright, let's do it.
Alright.
Alright, he looks back, he says, I'll be back, Anna!
I walk him outside
Okay.
and around.
Alright. He follows you out. Let's see here. You would notice that his car is sort of blocking the entrance. Basically, so
He just parked his car in a random location.
sort
by
of. Where's
front.
the? Do you have the ground floor up? Yeah. You
Yeah.
do. So
Is it like right here, or is it right here?
it's like right here.
Well,
So,
there's a door here too.
Huh?
There's a door here too.
Oh no, I know that. I'm just
Oh.
saying when you come out, you notice that he parked his car here.
Well, that's a weird place to park a car.
Yeah, but
She
They-
says as she's taking him to the front.
he goes, where else are you supposed to park? And for the record, over here, while that is normally where you are supposed to park, you have to have like a card to get through, and only some people in the organization have the card to get through. But yeah, he's like, well, where the hell else am I
On
supposed
the
to park?
street? I don't know.
Okay.
Take him in.
Okay. So you take out the keys and unlock it, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay. He goes, you like own this place?
Oh, I work here.
Oh. Interesting. You like looking around at the building. He looks more curious at the whole building now.
I work at the dojo.
Okay. He walks in with you. I'm going to say the mats that are there on the map technically aren't there yet. That's just normally where they're set. You have to go into the supply room to grab them if you want to set the mats out in that particular way.
Okay.
Otherwise, the floor is just blank right now.
Well, she's gonna get the mats
Okay.
and put them down.
And they also would have like normal yoga mats if she'd prefer that. I don't know.
Sure.
Okay.
That'll make it more interesting.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you're doing the Tai Chi or the sparring. So.
I'm just gonna start attacking him. not like aggressive, but just like doing like this and be like, "Come at me."
Okay. He looks at you. He has a briefcase with him. He sets it aside when you guys come in, and he takes off his suit jacket and he sets it on the little counter right there, as well as takes out a bunch of stuff from his pockets and says, well, you're dressed in like a leather jacket and jeans and stuff now, right?
Yeah, like I'm gonna take off my leather jacket.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm gonna leave it on.
Okay.
Looks more intimidating that way.
He takes a second to think. He's like, I'm not really. He takes off the dress shirt. He has on a white wife beater underneath, but he's still wearing black dress pants and like a leather belt. He kicks off his dress shoes. He goes, are you sure about this?
Yep.
Okay. Is this like wrestling or?
No, it's. Have you never done? Oh my god. So I like show him a few moves.
Okay, he's like, okay. Like,
And these are the mats,
what
and
do
then
you-
she gives him the rules
what do you-
about.
What do you do specifically?
Okay, well, oh boy.
I need to understand, like, I need to figure out what level of understanding he receives from what you do.
So basically, you know, you situate yourself like this, right?
Uh-huh.
And you're trying like block, right? Like when I try to hit you, but like you can like punches are okay, and then kicking is okay, but you have to be like within the mats. And if you fall outside the mats, then you lose a point. And 5 points means that I win, or 5 points means you win.
Here for doing that in character. Okay, so like it was full contact.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want me to hit you? Are you sure?
I mean, we're sparring, so we're not like trying to kill each other, but
It's like, are there shots to the face? Like,
no, I'm not gonna try and hit you in the face.
I don't want to hurt you or do something out of line. You know, I'm just trying to make sure I understand the rules.
Okay, well, like I was saying before, like you know,
okay,
arms,
okay.
legs.
He gets into a martial arts stance that doesn't look like it's perfect.
She's like this. She's just like, all right, let's go.
It doesn't look like his stance is perfect, but it does look like he's received some sort of training in the past.
Interesting. Okay.
And he says, I am not going to hit first.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
Yes.
You are definitely going first.
19.
Okay. He got a 2.
Okay, so she's gonna kind of rotate around like a little bit, like back and forth, and then she's gonna kind of go up and go for like a punch.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh crap! Plus 13.
13. Okay. Where do you want to hit him?
Like, so how does he have his hands?
I'm gonna say sort of standing like this.
Okay.
So he's got like one arm directly in front of himself, and he's standing sideways, putting his side to you.
She's gonna try and go kind of like.
You would also know from watching him eat and drink that he is left-handed.
Okay. So she's gonna try and his one arm's out. She's gonna try and like use her right arm to like push it up and then try to like get him in the side.
Okay.
With a 13.
Okay. You successfully knock his arm out of the way. He tries to use his other arm to block you, but fails. You hit him in the side, and he takes the punch, takes a couple steps back. How much damage is that?
5.
5? Okay, let's see here. Okay. He goes, oh! Okay. Alright. He winces a bit, but then smiles.
Kind of back up a little.
Okay. He runs forward and tries to punch you with his left hand. He seems to be like sort of aiming for your face. It's actually more like he's not aiming at all, but it would have hit you in the face if you didn't knock it to the side.
No face. Push back.
Okay, he steps back and goes, oh, right. You said you work here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not going to go easy on you.
Okay, is it my turn?
It's your turn.
I forgot that I could have attacked like 3 times last round.
Could have.
So I rolled 22.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
So she's gonna kind of try and fake him out a little bit, and
Okay.
like come up and but like like come up to him, like grab his arm, or like to grab one of his arms to pull him forward, and then like try to knock him in the back with her elbow.
Like send him like falling, or
yeah, like grab him forward and just bam.
Okay. Are you attempting to do a shove move or an attack?
Attack.
Okay. Let's see.
Do I roll damage?
Yeah, you'll roll damage.
Okay. 6 damage.
6 damage? Okay. You hit him in the back. When you go and you fake him out, he totally falls for it. You grab him, pull him past, hit him in the back. He stumbles. You hear a little bit of a crack from his back. Not like you broke his back, but just like a popping sound.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, you are clearly better at this than me. And
before he does anything, I want to take my second action, and I want to take my foot while I'm kind of behind him, and I just want to like push his feet out from underneath him so he falls down.
Okay. I'm going to call that a shove attack, so I want you to make an athletics check.
Athletics. Oh, okay. Okay. 15.
Okay. You trip him and he face plants.
And then she's gonna back up.
Okay.
And she's going to...
Oh, you know what?
1 second. Sorry, I need to check something.
Use this pawn for him if you'd like.
Sorry, 1 second, I need to check something.
Yeah, no worries.
For my bonus.
To the viewers at home, Monster Super Dry. Delicious. You should buy it.
So then she's going to use... No, that's fine. No, that's all. That's fine. No, I don't want to do that.
Okay. No, 6 damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I cause any... No, the shove action doesn't cause any damage, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So you've done a total of 11 damage so far, I believe.
Yeah.
He slowly gets up, holding his back, and goes, okay. It's a little embarrassing. And then he spins on his heel right at the end of his sentence and attempts to kick you in the stomach. Are you fucking kidding me?
Did you roll after one? Yes!
He totally fucking misses and loses his balance and just falls back down. Oh, damn it! He'll use the rest of his movement speed to stand up again.
She's going to kind of giggle a little on her breath, and then she's going to kind of like run up to him and like try to shove him off the mat.
Okay.
It's another shove action.
Yeah, athletics.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
22.
22?
Yeah.
Okay. You shove him and he stumbles backwards off the mat.
1 point for me. How about we put down to 3 points? Because you're looking a little beat up.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. He smiles and then he tries to... Yeah, he runs back onto the mat and tries to shove you. So do either an athletics or an acrobatics check, however you want to attempt to prevent it.
Athletics. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That would be 25.
He stumbles past you and almost falls off the other side of the mat.
Oh, you almost gave me a second point.
He turns around. He's like, God damn it! He's like sweating now. You see like sweat stains all over his wife beater, and his hair's a little messed up now. And okay, and he turns around. It's your turn.
while he's right there, she's gonna kind of like knock him over off the mat.
Another shove?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 12.
Okay. You go to shove him, but this time he grabs your wrists and like resists and prevents you. Looks like he's flexing pretty hard to out-muscle you.
Okay. She's gonna try and pull back if she's got still a turn, otherwise.
Okay, yeah, you can pull back. Sure.
Okay. Kind of back up a little, but kind of in the middle.
Okay. He looks a bit more confident, having successfully stopped you, and he takes a deep breath and he goes back into his stance and kind of like steps forward a little bit. Like, come on, let's do this. Come on. And that's it. That's all he does on his turn.
Oh my god. She's just gonna punch him again.
Okay. You have disadvantage.
Ah, damn it. Why do I have disadvantage? Okay, 17?
17? Okay, that's still
I rolled an 11, and I rolled a 16.
You're doing a shove? I don't remember.
No, punch.
Punch? Okay. Where are you punching him?
I'm gonna try and punch him in the shoulder.
Okay.
With 4 damage.
4 damage? Okay. It's like, come on. And it looks like he's trying to like dodge out of the way. But you timed it perfectly, and he just like steps into your punch. He's like, ah! Damn it!
And then she's gonna try and use her second attack.
Okay.
I don't know if this is possible to like. I don't want to fully kick him like super hard, but I kind of want to kick him off the mat.
Yeah. Let's call it a shove attack, but you're gonna shove him with your foot with the kick.
Okay. Is that possible for the second attack?
Yes, because I believe.
Because it's the 2 attacks plus the bonus.
Yes.
I could use my bonus instead to shove him, if it's not an attack.
Yeah, it's 2 attacks, but I believe the shove is allowed to replace an attack.
Okay, then we'll do that.
Yeah.
20, not natural.
You succeed.
Okay. I'm trying to push him off the mat.
Okay, he's like, ah! And then you kick him with your foot, and he stumbles backwards. So he's off the mat.
2 points for me.
Let's see you win it too.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Get your stuff and I'll buy you a drink.
And he just sort of like falls on his ass. He goes, give me a minute. Let me sit down for a minute.
Okay.
And he's pouring sweat, and he's just like sitting there, and you see some bruises starting to form on him.
Okay. So she waits for him to gather his breath and grab his stuff, and she will lock up the dojo and walk him back into the bar.
Okay.
Something else happens.
2 things.
Sure.
When he gets up, and he says, "I'm Barry, by the way."
Barry.
Yeah. He holds out his hand to you.
Okay. She shakes his hand.
Okay.
Nadia.
He walks over, begins picking up his stuff. He just sort of like folds it under his arm. He doesn't really feel like putting back on the full suit because he's really hot and sweaty now.
Mm-hmm.
Picks up his suitcase and roll perception for me.
Okay. Natural 20!
Is it really?
Yeah, like legit, natural 20.
Okay.
Plus 2, so 22, but natural 20.
Okay. He, as he's grabbing his stuff, he picks up a key card, and you see that it says he's part of the forces on it.
Oh shit.
Okay. And he walks back with you to the bar.
Okay.
Where did you learn all that?
Just practice. Been in the dojo since I was a kid.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely paid off.
Yeah. So she is Henna still in the bar?
Yeah, she's still there. She's staring at her phone and just kind of like looking down, has her head on her hand and just sort of like poking at her phone, not really paying attention. She looks up briefly when you guys come in, then looks back down.
So I'm gonna buy you a drink.
Okay. He sits down.
What do you want?
Let's start with the water.
Okay. Well, she goes over to the bar and
Okay.
gets a water, I guess,
Alright.
and brings back for him.
Yeah, and he takes it and he just begins like chugging the water.
Anything else you want?
Can I get your number?
She kind of laughs, like, no?
Snaps fingers. Worth a shot. Keeps chugging the water.
That's hilarious.
He also doesn't know how old you are.
Right.
Okay. You do look older than Henna, though.
I know I do. Yeah, you don't. When she says no, she's like, don't want you getting in trouble.
Dad's an even better fighter.
What?
He goes, Dad's an even better fighter.
Yeah! You know,
He nods.
being a teenager and all.
He spits out some of the water. I didn't know. Didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's fine. You didn't make any moves. Just saying.
Okay.
Watch what you're doing.
Okay. He rubs his head. He goes, I'm gonna go, but thank you. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And he tries to shake your hand again, and then leaves.
She'll shake his hand.
Okay.
So, but I'm just gonna let him go.
Yeah. And he just heads off.
Then I'm gonna go back into the dojo when he leaves. I'm gonna go back in there and just pick up the mats, clean up.
Okay.
And then okay. What time is it getting to be?
Let's see.
Like she got up, spent about, I don't know, half an hour getting up, getting ready, visiting, bar, hour.
Let's say it's probably like
exercise.
it's like 11 now. I'd say.
11. Okay. Did Henry say anything about like what time?
No.
She's gonna text him back real quick and just be like, "What time are we getting together again?
Says
Lunch or dinner? Which one's better?"
Which what?
She gonna text him like lunch or dinner. Which one's better?
I don't care.
Oh my god. She's like, useless. Let's do lunch.
Sends you a cry face. Says K.
Okay. She's gonna tell him to meet her she's gonna ask him to meet her.
He sends you another text while you're getting ready to ask that. He goes, "Hey, did you see the news?"
About the earthquake?
No, about the thing over on the west side of town.
Wait, what thing?
Go look at the news.
Well, she goes upstairs to her. Wait, is there a TV in the bar?
Nope.
Okay, she's gonna go back up to her place then and
Okay.
turn on the TV.
Alright. You go to the news. Let's see. There's a woman out on a street. You vaguely recognize the street. You think you drove that way when dropping off Byron one time. She says, "Oh, and you see what basically looks like the Northern Lights, but really huge up in the sky behind her." She says, "An aurora has appeared above De Morta Auto Yard on the west side of town. Does not appear to be immediately dispersing in the same manner as those that appeared over at Millerson Farm and Allen High just a few short days ago." As she's talking, some like sort of disheveled, sort of homeless-looking dude walks up. Goes, "Oh, sir, what do you have to say about this phenomenon?" He goes, "The end is nigh! The end is nigh! You will be judged, mark my word." She just sort of like shoves her away. She goes, "Well, all right then, back to you, Brian."
Was that Byron's uncle? She kind of just like, Nadia like looks at the TV like, well, okay then, but...
Yeah, there's just like a bunch of weird lights in the sky over on that side of town.
And it's daytime?
Yeah, it's the middle of daytime.
That's bizarre. She goes outside, or
Okay.
looks out the window and looks. Does she see anything outside in the sky? From where she's at?
Roll investigation.
Natural 1 with a -3.
You look around. It's sort of difficult to make out. You're in the center of downtown. There's all those large buildings, and for a second you think you see something, but then you realize it's just like sort of a sunspot because it's too bright outside. And you just like rub your eyes like, yeah.
Darn, that's weird. So she texts Henry back. Just saw. That's weird, isn't it?
Says, yeah, it's things are definitely getting weirder.
She wants to tell him to meet her. Where she's gonna text back. Where do you want to meet up? I can't think of any particular.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I can't think of like a particular place that maybe like they would know that's not there, that they might have hung out like when they were kids. I have a feeling like they have like a secret spot that they would go hang out somewhere, like somewhere out where there's like nobody around.
Okay.
Like on a hill something, or like away from downtown. I just don't know where that would be or what that looks like.
Let's see here.
That's something I'm gonna have to write up, I think.
He'll ask if you want to have a picnic near Autumn Lake at the spot you guys used to hang out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say the spot is not actually next to the lake, but there's like there's a trail in the park that leads to some like little picnic spot that you guys used to go to occasionally.
Okay. She's gonna say, yeah, what time?
Because, well, if it's lunch, we should probably head out pretty soon, because we're going to have to pick up something to eat on the way.
That's true. I'm gonna tell him that I'm hanging out upstairs, but we could ride over there together if he wants. Or I can meet him there.
Alright.
Or meet him somewhere else.
And he says, yeah, we can ride out together. Want me to meet you upstairs?
Sure.
goes, alright, I'll be up in like 15 minutes.
Okay.
Let's see here. Alright. Do you do anything for those 15 minutes?
No, she kind of just watches, and if there's any more news. Did they have any updates on the earthquake?
Yeah. Let's see, I want to say geologists, but that might not be right.
You just say scientists or something.
Yeah, they don't know, what fault caused the earthquake. They're not really sure what happened. They weren't expecting any sort of activity. So they just sort of say to be careful because they're not really sure what's going on yet or what the cause was. And there's interviews with some people that are in like a panic because there's all these auroras going on. There's the flooding on the west coast. There's now this like large earthquake that's sort of centered around Northern California, and with this like large aurora appearing in broad daylight over on the west side of the city. People in Rose City in particular are kind of weirded out, and plus the police murders. It feels like the city's going to shit, and people are kind of freaking out in the interviews.
Okay.
Eventually he arrives and knocks on the door.
Is that a knock?
Yeah.
She opens the door and ready to go?
Yeah, ready to go.
Okay, so she'll lock the door behind her and then head out.
Okay. You would notice that Henry is not quite dressed as he usually is. He usually dresses in a bit more preppy attire. Not like super preppy, but he doesn't usually rock the jeans and leather jacket like Jason's crew would. But today, he is rocking jeans and the leather jacket.
What's up with the look?
Well, you know, if I'm staying here for a week, I should probably fit in.
You know, not all of us dress that way, though. While we're staying
He
here.
looks you up and down.
Well, that's just my look. You know this.
They smirks. Okay. Walks out to where I assume both of your motorcycles are parked.
Mm-hmm.
And you recognize it is the same motorcycle you saw driving off yesterday. He gets on. He says, "So, where do we want to go to pick up food?" You have the typical fast food options. You have like grocery store if you want to pick up like specific picnic foods or something.
What do you think about just some burgers?
Yeah. Do we want to grill some, or do we want to just like pick up some fast food? Or?
Let's just pick up some fast food.
All right.
Unless you really want to cook it.
No, fast food's fine.
Okay, so just stop
Yeah.
there, I guess.
Sure. Okay, you guys ride through a drive-through.
In a motorcycle. I love it.
it.
I'm guessing she's wearing some sort of backpack so that she can carry it.
Sure. He has some bags on the side of his bike that he puts his stuff in.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, you guys take off towards the east end of the city. You park at a parking lot at the edge of the park, way off from the main lake area, because that area is closed down because they're shooting a movie there.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys get off and begin walking down a dirt trail.
Okay. So how are you, she's gonna start eating like her hamburger. Or no, she's just gonna walk down the path and just be like, so, how you feeling? You were kind of beaten up the other day.
And he says, I just kind of sprained my arm and I got a few cuts in a sparring match.
Okay. You had trouble with your arm, so I was just making sure you're okay.
Yeah, it's just a bit sore. I got a pretty big cut in it.
As she's walking, she's gonna be like, well, I'm excited about the guitar case. Does it look good? Have you seen it?
Yeah, it looks nice. He's almost done with the modifications. And he looks around really quick, like kind of looks over his shoulder and sort of like walks in a circle as he's looking around. He goes,
wait, are we at the picnic place yet?
no, you're still walking down the dirt path. It's probably like in my head, like a mile out.
Oh, okay. Well, she's not gonna have short talk then, if that's the case. I thought they were just gonna walk over there and then like sit down.
Okay, so are you talking or not talking? Okay.
Let me retract.
Okay.
And go backwards a little bit, and as they're walking, she is going to. Well, no. Let's just go. What was he gonna do?
Okay, he's looking around over his shoulder, walks in a circle really quick. Okay, and he says, yeah, your sword should be able to fit in it pretty nicely.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's good. She kind of like peers around.
Roll perception.
19?
19? You don't see anybody. You're pretty confident you guys are alone.
Okay.
Any other conversation before arriving?
No, just kind of random chit chat. She wants to wait for anything else until she gets there to sit down and eat.
Okay. You guys make it to the clearing. You remember. Do you want to say this is like a little place with a picnic table, or do you want to say this is just like a grass clearing with some trees that you guys went to? Or
I just imagine it like a grass clearing and a tree, and you can see the lake in the distance.
okay, so up a hill a bit then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like nobody, like off the path a little, like nobody really knows about it, like kind of.
All right. I'll say you guys pass a stump that you guys use to mentally remember where to turn off the path and head through the brush a bit. And Henry's careful to point out, poison up there.
Yep.
Walk around. And, you guys eventually make it to a clearing on the hill where there's a large enough break in the trees that you can see down to the lake in the distance.
This is my favorite view. She sits down.
And he sits down on a rock. Says, yeah, it's a nice place. We haven't been out here in a while, have we?
No. She gives him his bag of food.
Okay. He takes it, pulls out a burger, begins scarfing it.
She starts eating a burger too. So when were you gonna tell me about what happened the other night? She looks up at him as she's taking a bite.
Keeps eating. What do you mean?
Oh, the night that you came down as a ninja and we're fighting Jake and Tim.
A ninja. He
Like dead staring at him as she's eating.
okay. He gives a sort of nervous laugh. Wasn't me.
It was your bike.
I loaned my bike out.
Why aren't you telling me the truth?
I am telling you the truth.
I don't believe you.
Have I ever lied to you?
No. That's why I'm surprised that you're not saying anything. You're beaten up. You have the same injuries as the dude that was there.
No, I don't.
Okay, then describe to me where you were.
Well, I was at the bar in an apartment, bleeding a bit, kind of beat up, and trying to decide whether I thought things had turned out for the best.
What do you mean? What happened to you?
Told you, I was in a sparring match.
I know, but what do you mean by if things turned out for the best?
Well, the winner of the sparring match was going to borrow the other one's weapon.
Shit. Fucking Christ. You did not.
He says. Takes another bite from his burger.
Does she believe him? Can I make an inside check?
Yeah, sure, make it inside.
Okay. 18.
He sounds like he's being truthful.
So you're telling me she's like all situating herself, right? Like with a burger.
Okay.
So you're telling me that you borrowed your weapon to somebody, and they borrowed your bike, and they just showed up on the highway and started killing people?
Takes another bite. Well, it would have been me if I'd won.
Who was it?
He says, when were you going to tell me about Robin?
I didn't know if I should tell you and get you involved or not. With what I've been dealing with. Because it could put you in danger.
He says, you're putting yourself in danger.
I know. But I can't have you wrapped up in it too.
I was raised to be wrapped up in it.
I know. Aren't we all?
When he finishes his last of his burger, he says, so what's going on, Nadia? And he turns and just like stares at you.
Are you sure you're not the one that was there that night?
Yes, I'm sure.
You're telling me the truth.
Yes.
I can trust you.
I think you should know that by now.
I know. You know, the instant I saw that weapon went off, I knew it had to have been you. That was your sword.
One of them was.
I know. So if you would have won the match, then you would have been out there attacking people too? Is that what you're saying?
I would have killed Jake.
What the fuck is going on?
Nadia, didn't you see him?
I did! But how are you getting into all this? Like, how did you even get involved with this?
Tell me what's going on first, and I'll tell you what's going on.
If I tell you, it's between us.
And when I tell you, it's between us.
Absolutely. That's how we roll. I'm just making sure, because this doesn't just involve me or you. It involves other people.
He says, I feel like you don't trust me.
I do. I do trust you. I just want to make sure we're clear.
He nods.
Because the situation is fucked up. And if the elder found out, be in deep shit.
You shouldn't be going behind their back, Nadia.
I know. So, was it like a few weeks ago or like a month ago when we were like, whoop, into another world?
No, it was last week. It was,
like literally just last week.
Let's see. Yeah, tomorrow it will have been 1 full week. So
Holy fucking Jesus!
It was 6 days ago.
Okay. So, this is gonna sound fucking crazy, but just hear me out, okay? So, last week at the football game, some crazy fucking shit happened. And me and these other kids somehow end up in this other world.
He just looks curious.
There was this dude, I don't really remember, but there are these monsters, these purple monsters. And we had to fight them off. And before any of us knew it, we had these weird, strange powers. Nothing like this has ever happened before.
Just, like, are you done?
No.
Okay. He's
He's
looking
kind
at
of
me
just
confused.
waiting to see what his reaction is.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's 8.
Okay. He just sort of nods slightly, waiting for you to continue.
So I don't know if I received whatever those powers are, but I feel stronger than I was before. I mean, I don't really have anything that's flashy or does anything, but I was there. Something had to happen to me too. But these other people, they just started doing stuff, and we were able to get the fuck out of there, and we don't even know what happened, how we got there, why we got there, what happened, where that place was. And this was right after we were able to make it back. But when we were trying to figure out and see if anything else crazy has happened in the world, that's when we found out about Boston. We saw a video online of somebody fighting somebody with a magic weapon.
Do you have a copy of this video? I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't look it up, so I don't have it, but I can find a copy. Maybe. Unless it's been taken down online. I didn't know that any of us were involved, but it made me think of us.
Yeah.
And now all of them are gone.
And Jason said they were in Boston?
Yeah. He was leaving when I came back. And he said he had to go to Boston.
Okay. What does that have to do with like Robin?
I don't know. I'm just talking. But I don't know. We can't figure out where any of this came from or what's going on. I don't know what to do. And now I feel like, just from what I've seen and what whoever that was there was just hurting people that I know and that I got stuck in this situation with. Now I'm afraid that everybody in the group's gonna come after me or come after them.
In what group?
The Murasaki Ryu. For all I know, you guys could turn on me. What if I have these magic wuju powers too? Isn't that what we're supposed to be fighting against in this world?
I just don't use them if you do have them.
I suppose that's true. I don't know why they were doing some flashy shit in front of people. They really shouldn't be doing that, and maybe I need to talk to them about that. But it's not anything that we chose to do or chose to have.
Look, I don't think that there's a problem with people, like...
I know that others talked about monsters, but I don't feel like that's
have a problem with your he looks like he's trying to figure out what word to use.
You call them my friends.
Robin. Sorry, she's really young. It's kind of weird.
It's a weird circumstance, okay? There was a bully. I was kicking ass. We all went whoop, and we're gone.
Okay, well, I don't have a problem with the fact that your friend can do something like that. I think it's kind of cool, but I would generally agree with the elders that it doesn't have a place in today's world. The same way that we don't run around and brandish our weapons,
right,
because of the problems that could cause. They shouldn't be brandishing abilities like that. Like, I never even met this girl, and she just is doing things like that. People have been killed for drawing their weapons in front of people. That's basically the same thing.
Do you think I should tell the elders about them?
I do think that you should.
But will they try to kill them?
I don't know what they'll do.
And what about me?
I don't think you've done anything wrong other than keep secrets from them.
That's true. Make a valid point. I just don't want them to die. I feel like they're innocent in this.
Well, who else has these abilities?
I don't know.
No, I mean, you said it's not just Robin. Her brother?
I think
He did something weird when I was fighting him. It was strange.
The people that were with me. It's just us that I know of, and then whoever, that Jake guy and his friend. That's all I've seen. But I don't know how they got that either. The only thing I can think of is when we were all...
You should tell them that just because you have power doesn't mean that you should use it. It's for when you have powers like that, when you have something special like that, you should use it when it's needed.
We've been fighting against those monsters. We found them in this world too.
What monsters?
Those purple ones I was telling you about.
Where did you fight them?
They were in the sewers. Yeah, I know. I was in the
Why
sewers.
were you in the sewers?
It's another story.
We have monsters in the sewers?
Yes.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad.
Yeah.
He gets up and he begins like pacing back and forth.
Hey, calm down, okay? Just...
We're gonna have to make like a hunting party.
They should be gone from this world. I agree. That's why we've been fighting them.
Okay, you have to tell the elders about these monsters.
I will tell them about the monsters.
I'll let you make your own mistakes as far as telling them about your friends. But you have to tell them about the monsters, or I will.
That's fine. I will do that.
Yeah. Says... Blake was fully initiated before everybody left. Got his weapon, and he was given an assignment here. He's supposed to... I don't think they actually thought that anything would happen. I think it was just supposed to give him like a sense of responsibility, because he has all these bad habits. But they told him that he was in charge should like the darkness rise while they were gone. Like it seemed like bullshit. Like it seemed silly, like it was not supposed. But then Tim on the news and being a demon and
Jake.
And,
that was Jake.
sorry, Jake. He said Jake. Nick misspoke.
Oh. She was gonna correct him in character.
Right.
No, it's the other guy.
Right.
Not that they both don't have powers, but it was Jake that looked crazy as fuck.
He doesn't know that though. He doesn't know anything about Tim.
She told him.
Just now?
She told him when she was telling him about these people, and then Jake and Tim.
Oh, okay. Right, okay, in that case, yeah, he says Tim, you correct him, and Jake, he's like, right, Jake, the guy with the demon horn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the little girl with, like, the weird powers and just all this stuff. Well, you know, he started freaking out. He started getting scared because he was left in charge should anything like this happen. I mean, nobody thought this would happen, but it happened. And he was freaking out, and he told Jackson, and Jackson told me, and we talked, and I recognized the stuff that was going on. I didn't. Blake knows about Robin.
What does he plan to do about it?
Well, I mean, I guess he probably could have killed her there on the highway, but he didn't.
So it was Blake. He's the one that
Yeah. I said that maybe I should do it for him because, he was freaking out. And he was scared of making a mistake. And to be honest, I was scared he'd make a mistake too. So we talked about who would do what, and we decided that if somebody did do it, they should use the other's weapon, as an extra sense of like safety, like an extra bit of power, because we don't know what a demon can do. And so like neither of us really wanted to do it, but both of us, like I offered and he said it was his responsibility, but neither of us really wanted to, so we decided to have a sparring match to decide who would. And I lost. And I guess you know the rest. I let him borrow my bike.
I can't believe I thought it was you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I mean, it was my sword and my bike. But speaking of which, he was wearing a mask. If you're gonna keep going out doing this like vigilante bullshit, you might want to consider getting a mask or something too.
I'm guessing that's what the compartment on my case is supposed to be for too, is my sword, right? Is that what you're trying to get at?
Yeah. I carry mine.
To be honest, I had no clue what you were talking about.
I've been carrying my sword in my saxophone case. It gives me a way to carry it around inconspicuously. If anybody wants to see the case, I open it up, they see a saxophone, and they're happy. And then the sword's behind it. So, I knew you were hanging out with these people that are doing strange things, and I was worried about you. I thought you should be able to protect yourself.
Why didn't you talk to me about this stuff?
You weren't talking to me. So I figured you didn't want me to know.
I just didn't want you getting mixed up in this shit.
Why do you think we're all a family?
And I didn't know what you were gonna do, to be honest. Just based on all this shit that we were taught when we were kids,
He shrugs. He says, well, if I was in your situation, I'd have told the elders immediately. But I don't know what they would have done. But I don't know. That's what I'd do, and I'd accept the consequences, no matter how they ended up being.
Even if those people died because of it.
Well, I know this is harsh, Nadia, but they're not my friends.
I know. It's so frustrating. They don't know what to do. I don't want them to be in danger. We're already in danger.
Well, it sounds like these monsters are probably a higher priority anyway. Look, I'll tell you this though, if that Jake guy, he burned down a bank, he burned down our school, he killed police. He's like evil incarnate. He had a horn growing from his head, Nadia. Like, I just hope that if any of your friends started doing stuff like that, you wouldn't hesitate. And I'll be honest, if I turn on the news tomorrow and I see that Trevor kid on a murder spree, I will hunt him down.
I hope it never comes down to that. I don't want to see anybody turn into whatever monster that guy was.
What can you tell me about the monsters in the sewers?
They were these like weird creatures. They had these tentacle things with them, and they mess with your brain. They make you forget shit.
Cocks his head.
I don't know the specifics. I wish I could tell you more, but I don't really know exactly what they do. I just know that there was these smaller ones that we were fighting, and then there was this huge one, like this huge monster, and that one fucked with my brain. It made me scared, it made me forget stuff, it was dangerous.
Promise me that if you have to fight these things again, you'll tell me so I can fight them with you.
Deal.
Holds out his pinky, be the pinky promising.
Yeah.
Okay. He begins munching on some like French fries or something.
I have another thing to tell you.
Oh fuck. Sets the French fries down. Goes, okay, I'm ready.
So there was this person that every one of us was close to. Every one of us. Even all the people that I had just told you about. His name was David. And nobody remembers him, not even myself. But from what we've been able to find with pictures and other things.
Wait a minute. And he pulls out his phone, begins like searching through stuff. Does he look like this? Holds up his phone. There is a picture of you and David kissing, and Henry sort of like standing off to the side, like making like a cross at you guys.
Yeah, that's it.
I found this picture the other day, and I don't remember this guy. I didn't know who the fuck he was.
I don't know either. But apparently, he and I were an item And my one
Apparently,
friend...
he says, looking at the phone.
And one of the people that's her brother, another person that was his really good friend, and another one of them was his mentor. He was linked to every single one of us. You knew him, I knew him, all of them knew him, and he's just gone, completely gone off of the face of the earth. And a part of me thinks, you know, that Trevor kid, that's how you call him. He told me, based on what he was able to find out about them, a little bit. Or no, was it Byron? I think Byron's the one. The emo kid.
Oh, the kid. Yeah?
Yeah, so he told me, I don't know how he found this out, if it was something in his head. He's got some issues. But he said that those monsters, if they eat a person or something, or they killed that person, then that person's gone from the whole world. Like, nobody remembers them. And I think that this guy died.
Roll persuasion.
Fucking bad at persuasion. 0.
0.
I rolled a 2!
Okay. He like looks at you, he's like... That's pretty gruesome.
I know. This sounds really crazy just speaking it out loud, but know that I'm telling you the truth.
Okay. I trust you.
So I'm worried about those bigger creatures. If they're able to do that to one person or other people, that would be really bad.
Do you think these lights in the sky have anything to do with this?
I think so. That other world I was telling you about. But I don't know what that means. I don't really know, but that's the only thing I can think of. Is whatever these monsters, if they're coming from that world somehow, how else would they get here? I mean, I don't know much about sci-fi weird stuff. I mean, you're better at that than me. I'm not the brains here. But to me, that's what I think, and that's what the rest of them think.
He knows. Maybe we need to talk to the elders. I mean...
I want to tell them about it.
Maybe you should talk to the elders. You can decide whether or not to mention your friends, but maybe they have some idea of what's going on. I don't know.
Well, I feel like every time that we talk to them, the elders, they just feel like they don't really tell us what's going on. They just say, oh, well, if there's evil, then we need to participate. Well, what does that mean? What are they going to do to help us? All of the people that would help us with this are gone. How are we supposed to deal with this? We're just kids. I mean, I want to tell them, and I want to make sure that my friends are safe. I don't want them to be hurt in this. I want them to, they're going to help us, right? Why get rid of people that can help us? I don't want to tell them about them. I want to keep them safe, but everything else, I feel like they need to be a part of. They need to help us make a decision. I don't know. What do you think?
He nods. Says, look, they've been telling us about this weird stuff our entire lives. If anybody is going to know anything, it's going to be them.
Well, if I do tell them anything, will you be there by my side?
If you want me to be,
I do.
then I will be.
Is there anything else you need to tell me?
Thanks. I might have been stalking you the other day because I was worried about you.
Wait, when?
When you went to the Martin.
with my friends the other day. Okay. No.
I'm sorry. I was just worried about you, and I just wanted to make sure you were safe.
In all honesty, I think we found something really interesting that might also be a roadblock that we'll need to keep an eye out for if we're going to be getting involved in this shit.
He cocked his head.
There's this other government force called the Forces.
Yeah, I got an alert from them.
They're like looking for people that have abilities to remove them from the world.
I mean, it sounds like us.
I know. But they're shady ass people, and from what Byron was talking about, he said that they were like, they do experiments on people and they hurt people and they do some really shady shit. And they work for the government. And
not so much like us.
Not so much, no. But they could come after any of us that have special abilities.
Well,
and try to kill us. Like, I think they would legit try to kill us.
Well, I would be careful not to give them any special reason to investigate our bar.
That sucks because one was just in there this morning.
Well, I mean, they're everywhere. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but there was, like, government cars closed down Allen Park the other day. We got this mass notice, like, everybody in our area code.
In the park, it was probably because we were dumb and left the bodies of the monsters just laying around. So that's probably where that came from. Because we killed monsters. But I have a feeling they found them. And as far as just hanging around, I mean, I didn't take him through the place, but I did fight him in the dojo. And he knows my name. There was a cop there. There was a guy from the forces. I saw his badge.
Well, I mean,
did I just...
Are you worried about him or something?
I don't know. I don't know if I should be or not. I don't want to give him any ideas about the place, but I don't think he thinks of anything different about it. Just that there's a dojo and that there's a bar.
You're probably overthinking it.
I hope so. Just keep your eyes peeled, please. And what the fuck was Jason talking about? I told you that, right? That he called me?
Yeah.
When he was out in the mission and said to keep an eye out because the dumbass brought his wallet?
Yeah.
And it was stolen?
So, I mean, I've never been on one of these missions, but I'd imagine that if somebody you didn't want to know where you came from or your name or address got that information, it would be bad.
She laughs. I mean, I agree. But I don't know, what are we looking for? A person? A monster?
I don't know, but I mean, you said there was a person in that video, right? So maybe a person. Do you know what that person looked like?
It was too blurry. I just saw a fire sword.
Okay. Had a rough experience with one of those recently. Across the shoulder.
Was that Blake's sword?
Yeah.
I saw it in action. He really hurt Robin.
Yeah, me too.
He used it against you?
I used mine against him.
You guys are crazy. That's dangerous.
So I was going after a demon.
Fair enough.
Anyway, if somebody bad stole his wallet, That means they know where he lives. That means they probably have the address to our bar. So,
Okay. Do we tell others about that too?
we should. I think we should.
He's gonna be in so much deep shit.
They might kill him.
They might. I kind of threw him under the bus because I mentioned to an elder about Boston. And they asked me how I found out, and I told them that Jason told me.
Well, he's in trouble.
Yeah. But what else can we do? They need to know too.
I agree.
So how do we go about telling them? Do we convene somehow? Do we tell them we need to meet with all of them? I've never done this before.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what we do.
When should we do this? Tonight? Sooner the better.
Yeah.
Are you free?
Yeah, I'm just trying to help Jackson take care of Blake. I mean, he said he did a number on Robin. I could feel kind of bad because she's a little girl, but he's hurt pretty badly.
Tim's got some weird fucking magic. That other kid that was there, that was trying to get Jake.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason that we were there is because Tim threatened to tell people about us and what we could do. And we didn't know what we were supposed to do. So
Well,
we
that's
were
not good.
there, but we didn't do anything. It was all Blake and it was all Tim. Until there was a big fight and everything stopped moving.
I was gonna say, Blake said that a cheerleader threw fire at him.
Okay, I forgot about that. Well, we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know who he was. It wasn't until almost the last second that I saw his armband, or I saw his dragon.
Yeah.
And I tried to stop him, but I didn't know what was going on.
Well, I don't blame you for not being able to stop him. Blake is... Oh man, I never would have expected it, but he is something else.
And with two blades like that, it's very powerful.
Yeah.
And Tim is just as nasty. She shows him his arm. Her arm was all bruised and jacked
Yeah.
up.
I was gonna ask you about that the other day. It does look better though.
Yeah. He's as ice. That shit hurts. But he had this storm thing that was coming out, and I don't know how the fuck he was dealing with it, or what he did with it, or how that even worked, but I think that also did a lot of damage.
Also, like, I don't know how much longer Trevor's secret is gonna be a secret. Like,
What secret?
well, him and his sister. Like, boy with red hoodie and little girl with red hair turns into a cat and they run away from the police and there's like
I saw that on the news too. I
multiple
wasn't there.
witnesses and
I wanted to chase after that person. I didn't know it was Blake at the time. But when I saw your weapon, I thought it was you, so I was chasing after. I jumped off the bridge. I didn't even see them do that. But I know what you mean.
But I'm just saying that that girl transformed into a cat. Is she like a witch? Like,
I don't know.
and she did something to her brother's face in front of me and like
She can like heal.
she's the dangerous one. Something needs to be done because she is going to get all of you in trouble.
Yeah.
Says, he stretches a bit, dusts himself off, goes, "Are we ready to head out?"
Do you think I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble? I have nobody here to bail me out. My parents are both gone.
Yeah, probably. But,
They'll probably still need my help.
you know, I wouldn't let even the elders hurt you.
Okay.
He begins walking off.
Well, she grabs his arm and gives him a hug.
Okay, he hugs you tight.
Alright, let's do this.
Okay. You guys walk back?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's gonna kind of look around again, just to see what's going on.
Perception.
Oh, no, my perception's okay. Okay. I got 2 negative stats. Fuck! 6.
You don't see anybody anywhere.
Okay.
As you're leaving, you did spot a boat on the lake. Like,
That's far enough away
like a
people can't
motorboat.
hear anything.
Oh, no, it's way far away.
Okay,
Yeah, no. You could scream at the top of your lungs.
And they still probably wouldn't hear it. Yeah, okay, okay. Thanks for not thinking I'm crazy, she says as she's walking.
All of us are a little crazy.
I totally kicked that guy's butt.
Would hope so. We've been training since we were like 2.
I know. You should have seen him. She starts talking about how you like this little wimpy guy.
He was actually fairly athletic looking.
Yes, but how he was all like, oh, like she exaggerates it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you definitely you outclassed him by 1,000,000 miles. I'm just saying, he wasn't like scrawny and nerdy.
I know. Well, she doesn't express him that way, but she's joking around and.
Okay. He laughs and says, he makes jokes like, well, even if these guys do come after us, it doesn't sound like there'll be too much of a problem.
Well, I hope not. Unless they've got some freaky Frankenstein shit going on.
Frankenstein shit.
You know, like from the horror movies?
That's weird. Keeps going. Let's see. You eventually make it back to the Lotus, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Along the way, he says, oh, by the way, Thanksgiving's tomorrow. What are you doing?
I don't know. Normally, my parents are here.
I was thinking we kick all non-members out of the Lotus, and we have a big dragon family dinner.
I like that.
Okay. All right. When you guys get back and you come in, Hannah's there, and she looks sort of impatient. She goes, "Thank God you guys are back. Hey, there's a meeting being called upstairs. We're supposed to all go upstairs."
From the elders?
Yeah.
Okay. When was that?
Like half an hour ago.
Oh, shit. Okay.
They told me to bring you guys up as soon as you got back.
Okay. She locks the door to the bar.
Okay. Hannah turns around and walks through the door. And Henry gives you like a sort of glance like, uh-oh.
Okay. Right, so we head upstairs, I guess.
Alright. Yeah, I'll go with that. Alright. So, you guys go through the door behind the bar, head through the hall, go upstairs. Let's see here. And there it is. around the corner, past Jason's family's apartment, and make your way up towards the meeting room, which you've been in occasionally, but not for any actual meeting. Sometimes you and some other kids would like play board games or something in there.
Oh, right here.
And
I was like, where's the meeting room? Okay.
you know that it's not really big enough to house everybody who's currently there. Even
So we're
with
kind of
everybody
standing in the
gone.
back.
Yeah. When you get there, though, you see both Jackson and Blake are there. Blake is kind of leaning on Jackson, and he's got like bandages all over him, and he looks kind of like tired and out of it. He gives you a glance and then looks away from you really fast, and Jackson looks at you and then sort of like shifts Blake out of the way to like make room for you. He looks a little sheepish. Roll insight.
Jackson? Of Jackson? Insight?
Yeah.
17?
Oh, that's pretty good. He seems a little bit scared of you after getting his ass kicked the other day.
Oh! I was like, why would... Okay. That's true.
Anyway,
It's funny.
inside, you hear, let's see here. You hear a little bit of shouting from outside. You hear what you know is old man Benny's voice. And he's like, well, we need to do something. This is ridiculous. Everybody's gone. Like, I understand why they are, but we can't just wait for them to get back.
I was
And
wait into the meeting room?
from outside, you can hear him. Like, Benny is so loud that you guys can hear him from outside the meeting room.
Where the fuck is Benny?
He's inside the meeting room.
Oh, I thought we were already in the meeting room.
No. You guys are outside.
Oh, we're all
yeah.
waiting outside.
Yeah, you haven't like come in yet.
So Jackson and Blake are outside too?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Are we supposed to go in? I say to them.
It's like, it's locked, and I tried knocking, and I was told to hold my horses.
Okay.
Who says that?
He's old. Just...
Roll perception.
I didn't mean to drop that dice, but I'll just use it. It's a natural one.
Natural one?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
Stupid dice falling out of my hand.
Sorry, I'm looking for something very specific. Oh, there it is. So you rolled a 1, so I'm trying to figure out the best way that I can mess with you for rolling a 1. I figured out what I'm going to do. Okay. So, you hear 2 words from the voice of Annie. You hear the words Olivia and dead.
Is Olivia my mom?
Uh-huh.
She like stops.
Everybody else is just sort of like arguing about whether or not hold your horses is like a real thing that people say.
She looks up at Henry,
Huh?
and then she looks back at the door and she breaks it open.
Okay. How? Do you kick it?
Kick it open.
Okay.
Make an attack roll.
What am I adding to this? Just my strength and proficiency, or
You can use Dex or Strength mod.
just the strength mod?
Yeah, it's an attack roll.
Oh, well, because my attack I have 6, which is my is my strength and proficiency.
Right.
Okay, so I'm adding the same. amount.
Yes, yes.
12.
Okay, and roll damage.
4.
Okay. You kick open the door. You hear some splintering wood as it like flies open. Everybody, like all the other kids, just stop and like, what the fuck? And like take a step back. They're like, don't want to be associated with you.
I'm sure Henry's just like, really.
The 3 elders look up. They're like, excuse you, says Benny.
She looks at Granny Annie.
Okay. She looks over.
What about my mom?
I'm so sorry, hon. Everybody come in.
She's just staring at her.
Okay. People start sheepishly coming in and taking like a wide berth around you as they go to the sides.
I can just like see Hannah being like, she's a weirdo. And
Pretty
Henry's
much,
just
yeah.
like,
oh, that's pretty much exactly what okay. Greg looks up and goes, I'm sure that your mother is fine, but she's missing.
missing?
She hasn't reported in. Nobody knows where she is.
What about my dad?
He has reported in. He's the one that let us know that your mother was missing. She might be doing something important and doesn't want to risk checking in.
Sorry for that. I heard my mom's name and I heard dead, and it made me very concerned.
But understandable. File in, everybody. And everybody's just like there. Goes. Alright. So, I'm sure that you have been watching the news. I have. Unlike some other people in this room, he looks at the 2 other elders who just kind of give him dirty looks. He says, so, need to give you guys a bit more information. So, it looks like the darkness is returning. When we talk about the darkness sometimes, it's a bit vague. Stories have changed over the years. But my mother told me that all of them were true. And I believe her. She said these things with conviction that we cannot give because we did not experience these things. We grew up much the same way you did. We saw the magic of our weapons, and that was enough for us to believe, but we never had to fight. Let's see. It says, in Boston, there is There's a group of supernatural beings. Undead, if you will. We have a very small faction of people there. There's about 12. 4 of them have been killed. We sent reinforcements, but we may need to recall them because we're experiencing problems here. Blake, you did a good job. But we need to be careful. Magic is not a secret anymore. Not from everyone. And maybe soon not from anyone. That means we need to be especially careful. This group called Forces. Let them handle our business if we can. There's no need to intervene if they're going to do our job for us. Don't get in their way. Let's see. All the same, everybody needs to train double time. Nadia, I'm sorry that your mother is missing. The harsh truth is, we don't know where she is, but we don't know that anything bad has happened either. Annie goes, Gregory. He says, well, it's the truth. And, let's see, Benny pipes up, he goes, everybody needs to train a lot harder right now and get a lot better immediately and start practicing with your weapons. And he takes out his dagger and slams it on the table, which starts to fill over with ice, and the other 2 elders both immediately shoot him dirty looks and both shout like, Benny, what is wrong with you? Yeah.
I just see this crazy old guy. Oh, I love it.
Annie goes, why is my brother so stupid? You learn for the first time that Benny and Annie are brother and sister. So, says, or Greg comes back up and goes, so, I don't want anybody to be doing anything reckless again, he looks pointedly at Blake, without our express permission. But still, Blake, good job. You did what was asked of you. We didn't think you would need to, but you rose to the occasion. And for that, we commend you. And he says, everybody, train hard, be prepared. study, get ready, but if you see something, tell us. Don't just handle it on your own. At that point, Henry sort of like elbows you.
Kind of like looks at everybody.
He steps on your foot.
Oh, okay. I have something.
Greg looks at you. Hmm?
I didn't want to do this in front of everybody, but here we go.
Wait. Everybody else leave.
Except
People
for
look
Henry.
around, they're like, what? What? He goes, is Henry involved?
No.
Henry steps forward, he goes, I choose to be involved. Let's see. Benny goes, you don't get to make any decision. And then Greg just like puts his hand out.
God damn it, Penny.
Goes, okay, everybody else but Nadia and Henry leave. People like look around and roll perception.
Honestly, Blake should be there too. Perception?
Yeah.
21.
Anyone? Okay. As everybody is leaving, you notice that Hannah, like, sort of under her crossed arms, is flipping you off as she like walks out.
God, that's fucking bitch. Whatever. Just not gonna let it bother her.
They close the door. Annie goes, continue, dear.
I have a few things to bring to the table.
Okay. Gregory goes, take your time. We're listening. Then he goes, I don't have all day. Don't tell her to take her time.
She kind of just like, okay. So first things first. A while last week. God, this sounds so fucking crazy. She kind of like looks at Henry. There was an incident at the school where I go to school, and
Greg nods slightly. The other two are just like looking at Greg like, why is he nodding?
Rose, hi. Alan, hi, I mean. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
It's okay, continue. Then.
And something weird happened, and for some weird reason, and this sounds really bizarre, I know you guys have heard stories, but for some reason I was transported to this other plane of existence.
Roll persuasion to determine the conviction in your voice.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking 8.
Okay. It's like look at you sort of strange. Okay.
There were these monsters that were there. They were purple, they had tentacles, and they did mind tricking and weird things. And I believe something on that side did something to me. Because when I come back, I'm a lot stronger.
Benny goes, what do you mean stronger?
Is there another table in the room?
No, just one table.
She's going to...
half covered in ice.
She's going to take her fist. She's going to smash on the table 3 times.
Okay.
Bam, bam, bam.
Okay.
With her 3 attacks.
I'm gonna say you hit the table. Roll damage.
For all 3?
Yep.
4, 6, 5.
Okay. And roll 3 d20s real quick just to see if you get any crits. Or 1.
No.
Okay. You look down and do 3 fast punches and just blow apart that end of the table, and the whole other half of the table just goes. And splinters fly everywhere. People like block, and Henry is like, "Oh, why?" And they're Annie's eyes widen a bit. Greg just sort of looks curious at you. And
I'm guessing Benny's flipping her shit.
Benny smirks and goes, yeah, it's better than your dad.
It seems it masks whatever this is to what I normally do, so that's why I don't see it as much, but I feel different, and I can do different things than what everyone else can at my level. And I don't feel like I trained harder to do it.
What did this other plane look like? Says Benny, who seems more reserved now for some reason.
It was kind of like a deserty area, these giant metal pillars. I wasn't there very long. When I was able to get out, I was back at the school. I almost didn't believe that it happened at all until I saw the creatures again in this world.
And he goes, are you sure you weren't dreaming, dear?
I'm sure.
Greg says, for now, let me get my Greg voice back. Says, for now, just do you have any proof of these monsters?
I don't know if I have specific proof. I'm sure the forces do.
Okay.
What if I told you that there was more than just me? What would you do?
More than just you what?
People
What are you talking about?
that can do special powers.
Well, we saw the demon on the television.
It wasn't just him, it was the other guy with him.
The boy in the red hoodie on the news.
No, a different person.
What are you talking about?
The guy that went to go save the demon kid.
The guy that went to...
I was there.
You were there with Blake?
I was there where Blake was, yes. There was another person that is friends with Jake, the kid that was a demon. He can do ice things too.
Ice demon.
But he doesn't look like a demon like Jake did. He looks like a regular person. What would you do if that was the case? If there was another person like that too? What would we all kill them? Or would we just leave them?
It's our duty to slay demons.
But he's not a demon, he's a person.
The boy with the horn certainly looked like
Well,
a demon to
he
me.
did, but this other kid doesn't.
You know, when they showed the unedited footage of the corpse, that boy didn't have a horn anymore.
I think it's because he died.
Demons don't always look like demons.
Does that mean I'm a demon?
I think you're just a girl who's gotten a bit too far ahead of herself. I recommend that you get some rest and you distract yourself from your stress through training.
Well, what about the monsters? I saw them here too. They were in the sewers below the school and below the park.
We'll organize a search party.
Will the forces get in the way? They might have already taken all the I'm not being untruthful here. I'm telling you what I saw.
We'll look into it. Go get some rest.
Before I leave, Jason's gonna be in so much shit for this, but he contacted me from Boston.
Benny goes, "The fuck is wrong with that kid?"
He brought his wallet with him.
You see Benny's mouth open a little bit.
And somebody stole it.
The fuck is wrong with that kid?
And he told me to be careful. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means some monster's coming here.
That parent should have never initiated him. The fuck is wrong with that kid? We've bailed him out of jail, what, like 5 times now? He goes on a mission. He can't even, like, leave his phone and wallet at home. He can't not tell people where he's going. Like, he can't do anything right. And Annie looks over and goes, "Calm down." Benny stands up. He goes, "Fine, I'll go calm down. Not gonna do that in here." Begins walking out with a cane.
She waits till he leaves, till the door's
Okay.
closed.
When he gets to the door, he stops, turns back around, is walking back. Pulls his dagger out of the table, puts it, then walks back out again. Okay, he leaves. Henry's just like standing there. He looks a little bit uncomfortable, but he's just.
If you want to leave, you can. She's asked him.
No, it's fine.
So what am I supposed to do if I see another person that has powers? Am I supposed to just kill them, or should I just evaluate what that means? Because obviously Jake was evil.
You tell us. Through your intel, we will evaluate, and we will make a decision about what to do. And if there is something to be done, we will decide who does it.
Do you believe me about the monsters? Because I think that should be taken seriously. I've seen them twice now. They were in the school.
Yes, I believe you. Do you have any information that could lead to us finding these things? But you said they were in the sewers. We'll have to search the sewers.
All I know is that the forces were checking things out, and I can only think that that's why. But I don't know for sure.
We'll need to assign somebody to gather information for us. We can't make any decisions right now. We will request more information from you once we have decided what questions we need answered, and we'll deliberate before making a decision.
Well, I don't know what Jason was talking about or what he's fighting, but from what I can tell with the, you said undead things, I can only imagine something might be on its way here, so please just be careful.
Will be. We will heighten security.
There was also a forces guy downstairs today, in the bar.
So you're asking around?
I don't think so. He seemed pretty nonchalant, but I just wanted to make sure I said something.
Alright, thank you.
the monster that I had encountered in the sewer, a lot of them were small, but there was a really big one that was down there, and it was really dangerous and hard to fight. So
You fought this monster by yourself. It's good to know. Go get some rest.
so she leaves then.
Okay, Henry follows you out. As soon as you step out the door, I would like you to roll initiative.
Oh shit. Is Henry gonna attack me or what? 13.
Okay. You step out the door, and surprise round, you do not get a reaction as a cane grabs you by the jacket and yanks you down the hall.
Fucking Benny.
Henry's initiative is a natural 1. He was really not expecting that.
I wasn't expecting it.
Okay. Henry's like, wait, what? And
Did he get dragged too?
no. But Benny looks at you and he goes, "You're coming with me right now. Henry, go away. Nobody likes you."
Hey!
Your turn. You are currently considered grappled by a cane in your jacket.
I'm gonna try and release myself
Okay.
from his cane grasp.
Make either an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Natural 20. Plus 6.
Okay. You successfully unhook yourself. He goes, "Let's go!" Begins walking off.
What?
Henry looks like me. "Do you want me to go?" Okay. He looks at me like, okay.
Sneaky. So I follow him.
He's looking around, slowly pressing himself up against the wall.
I text him, be sneaky, don't be far away, just in case.
Okay. Let's see here.
Fucking Christ. Where are we going?
Benny, 1 second. Benny starts walking this way and goes downstairs.
Okay.
Then he goes downstairs again. And he starts leading you around, up, and through into here. And now we will take a 5-minute restroom break. I gotta go to the restroom. You can either wait here or bug Taylor, do whatever you want to do. 5-minute break.
Unless you pause the recording and then I'm just talking to myself.
Oh no, I'm still technically recording.
Okay.
So, when I make a official version, I'll probably edit out like dead air. But if for some reason you were talking while I was gone,
Nope.
then, well, if you were, I could leave it in, and if you were addressing the audience.
No, I was just now saying that we moved into the range, so.
Okay.
Because nobody can really see. I mean, you can't really see the map, I don't think, from there that well.
No, you can't really from the camera, but my plan is to display a map that I'll make digitally on the video when I make it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, 1 second, because I have to figure out how good Henry is at stealthing. And I want you to roll perception. 15? Okay. You're aware of Henry sneaking behind you guys. You can hear his footsteps as he trails behind. He's trying to be quiet, and he's doing a decent job, but your perception's pretty high, so you're picking up on it.
Okay.
Benny is, of course, leading and a bit ahead of you, so he might not notice. So, he brings you to the range. They have bow and arrow, throwing stars, and throwing knives, darts, etc. that people train with here at the range from varying distances. They have targets and also some dummies they set up sometimes.
Okay.
Okay.
Why are we here?
It was... Well, we're going to see just how good you are. And roll initiative again.
17?
Okay. Do you do anything when he says, we'll see just how good you are?
Kind of just look at him like,
Okay.
what do you mean?
Just seeing if you did anything.
No, I know that's what she's looking, kind of like, what do you mean? Like,
Oh, right.
to him.
Okay. What's your AC?
14 with the jacket.
Okay. He swings his cane and bashes you in the side of the head for 5 damage.
Ow! What the hell, Benny?
And then he will hop backwards on 1 foot and move back 20 feet into the room. Yep, that's correct. And you can make an attack of opportunity if you choose to.
I think I'm more confused than to attack.
It says,
Maybe try and grab his cane as he's trying to leave.
unfortunately, you can't do that with an attack of
Yeah,
opportunity, but
no.
you can do that on your turn.
No, that's fine.
It's your turn.
What are you doing? You want me to fight you?
Let's see what you got. You can't fight an old man. You're bragging about beating that agent earlier.
Wait, what? You knew that? Run
Still
up.
looks at you.
Fine. Runs up and tries to punch him.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
17?
That will hit. Roll damage.
6.
Okay. Where are you punching?
No, just in the chest.
Okay. You punch him in the chest. He coughs.
Why would you hit an old man?
You told me to fight you!
Right as he says that, he sweeps his cane underneath your feet. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, 15 plus 5. I can't think right now. 17 plus 5, sorry.
Oh, that's high.
Yeah.
Okay. He sweeps your feet out from under you, but you manage to do like a little skip maneuver and stop from falling.
Oh, I ran up to him.
He says, oh, at least your balance isn't terrible. And then he's going to make a second attack. Yeah, that'll hit. He slams the front of his cane into your nose and just bashes you in the nose, sending your head flying backwards. A little bit of blood comes out of your nose as he deals 3 damage.
Okay. I'm going to... Is that all he's doing?
That's it, he's done.
Okay. I'm going to try like a punch and then like a upper, like punch his arms away and then try to get him in the gut.
Okay.
So like one attack and then my second attack.
Alright, go ahead and roll your 2 attacks.
That's just plus.
There we go.
Fuck. 9.
9 for both of them?
That was 1.
Okay.
Natural 20 on my second.
Okay. Roll damage for the second.
Do I double the dice?
You roll 2d4s for it.
Plus 3! So, 11?
Okay. You go with your first attack to knock his arms out of the way. He wraps your knuckles with his cane and laughs. You have to do better than that. Then you hit him with a gun. Oh, that was better. That was better.
And then I'm going to use a key point for my bonus.
Okay.
And I'm going to do flurry of blows.
Alright. That's 1 more attack.
Isn't it 2?
It's 2, but it uses your bonus action. So if you use your bonus action...
Well, it has to. That's part of the key.
No, I know that. So your martial arts lets you use your bonus action for 1 attack, or your flurry of blows lets you use a key point for 2 attacks.
Right.
So your first attack missed, and then with flurry of blows you can do 2 more. Your second one hit, so now you can do a 3rd attack.
Wait, I'm confused now because I have 2 attacks.
Oh, because you're level 5.
Yep.
You're right. Okay.
And flurry of blows as a bonus gives me an extra 2 hits.
You're right. I stand corrected.
What are you talking about?
I was thinking
now.
you had 1 attack and then
Nope.
you used your bonus action. You're right. You are correct.
That's not, yeah.
Yep. You're right.
And I'm going to... Okay, I have to see if I hit, and then I can determine if I do an effect on him.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Could you read your effects to me, or?
Because of my open hand technique for the way of the open hand, I have 3 options. I can either have him make a succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone. Must make a strength saving throw. If it fails, you must push it up to 15 feet away from you. Or you can push it, sorry, and then, or the last one is can't take reactions until the end of my next turn. Or options. I can take only if it hits with flurry of blows.
Okay, sounds good.
My first attack of flurry of blows is 12 plus
Okay.
6, 8, so 18. With
18?
inspiration.
That's on the first attack.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the second attack is 15.
Okay. Second attack hits, 3rd attack misses.
I think, wait, 6 plus 9. Did I get that right?
Yeah, it's, well, no, 6 plus 9, yeah, that's 15. Yeah,
Okay.
that misses
Okay.
though. 15
Okay.
is too low.
So the other one I hit. So, that's a regular unarmed strike, so that's a regular damage. So that's 2, that's 5 damage, and then I'm gonna make him do the dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone. So he has to succeed to not take the effect. Of my AC of 12? 13. My DC is 13.
Okay, give me 1 second, because I need to check something.
You don't have stats for him, do you?
I do have stats for him. I just don't know what saving throws he has. Okay.
Oh.
He does not have proficiency in dexterity saving throws. I had to check that.
Okay. Did he get?
He saves easily. So what effect were you trying to do?
Trying to do where he gets knocked prone if he fails.
Okay. So you hit him, but he slides out of the way and spins with his cane to prevent your effect from working.
Okay.
He got a 25 to save.
Shit. Okay. And my DC's not very high because my wisdom's not that high.
Okay. So after you're spinning around, he is going to use his movement. He's going to move 5, 15, 20, 25 to right here. You do get an attack of opportunity if you choose to use one.
Yep.
Alright, go for it.
17?
17.
Does that hit?
Yes, that hits, yes.
7 damage?
Okay. Okay. As he's like spinning around you and leaving, you reach out with your foot and kick him, and he goes, ah! Kind of like stumbles forward. And as he stumbles, he actually falls on his own cane for a second, goes, but gets away. So
is he just leaving?
No, he just moves right there.
Oh.
Okay. Do you turn to face him when he moves around you? You can choose to do that.
Yeah.
You just can't move spots. Okay. Once he gets over there, he proceeds to grab some throwing stars from the shelf and proceeds to chuck them at you.
God damn. Okay, well, my AC's 14, so.
Okay.
Actually, hold on.
Okay.
Before you do anything, because I can do the missile thing. Missile snare. I should just leave this damn thing open. Where's Monk? There it is. I'm gonna use my reaction to try and... Why?
You used it to hit him.
Oh, with the... That's right. Okay, I forget that that's a reaction.
Okay. So...
Fuck.
He throws 3 stars at you.
Okay.
And I need to do the third one. The first 2 hit you, the last one you managed to dodge. So the first 2 he throws at you, you're like, ah shit, you raise your arm out to block, but blocking isn't as effective against throwing stars. They just embed into your arms.
Ouch.
The third one you duck under, and you take... $12 damage.
Ouch.
He goes, bet you regret kicking me now. Your turn.
Okay. What other weapons are there?
On the shelf to his side over here, there are bow and there's a series of bow and arrow, and on the right side are knives, throwing stars, and darts.
I'm going to move over to where the knives are.
Okay.
I'm going to grab one.
Okay, you have to move over to that square.
Yeah, sorry. It's hard to get open. And then I'm going to turn to him and I'm going to try and attack with it.
Okay.
I don't know what...
You can use dexterity for it because you're a monk.
Can I use strength?
Oh yes, you can also use strength for it because you're a monk. Yes.
Okay, so I want to attack with that. And then...
To be clear though, you only get to
I believe you only get to choose because... Okay, no, it's just straight up strength. Because if I remember correctly, you get to choose which one you want when you're using unarmed strikes, but you have to use the normal one with weapons. And a melee attack with a dagger is strength, but if you threw it, it would be dex.
Okay, yeah, well, whichever one's strength. If
Yeah,
it's strength,
yes. Go for
okay.
it.
Do I also get proficiency?
For the attack roll, yeah. The attack roll is whatever you rolled, plus your strength mod, plus proficiency. And your proficiency
it's
is
11.
and your proficiency is 3 now, remember? Because you're level 5, so your proficiency goes up to 3.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck. 12.
12 misses. He blocks it with his cane.
Can I
Leave,
try and
like, a
swipe
little
at
nick
it,
in
swipe
the
it
cane.
at him again for my second attack?
Yes,
Or-
yes you can,
yeah.
yes.
12.
Miss again. He blocks both knives with the cane.
And then I'm gonna try and kick him for my bonus.
Okay, go for it.
Stop being a meaty grog. Much better. 20.
20. Kick him right in the nuts. Goes, block the dagger, gets kicked in the nuts.
Okay.
Okay. He
I'm gonna stay there.
is going to move 30 feet that way.
Here.
Yep. Do you use an attack of opportunity?
No.
Okay. As he's running that way, you see him grab a bow and arrow off the shelf. And he turns around and he proceeds to shoot at you with the arrow.
Okay. I'm gonna try and catch it with my
Okay.
reaction.
Go ahead and
Oh, if I reduce the damage to 0, I can catch it.
and throw it back.
Yeah, so I have to...
So-
The attack is reduced by 1d8 plus my dexterity modifier plus my monk level, so I roll a d10.
Yeah, I don't know why you said D8. It says D10 on mine.
That's a d10.
Yeah. You
That's
said the word D8 the first
Really?
time. Yeah,
I meant
yeah.
I was reading a d10. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Plus...
I had to double check. I was like, really?
Dexterity. So that's 2 plus... So plus 7. So 12.
12?
that reduce it
You
to
can
0?
easily catch the arrow out of the air. Easily.
I want to spend a key to throw it back.
Okay, go for it.
So... I get proficiency, it says. You can make this attack with proficiency regardless of your weapon proficiencies, and the missile counts as a monk weapon for the attack. Normal range of 20 feet and long range of 60. Ease within feet. So I just roll... It doesn't tell me what I add to my... Is it just a regular unarmed strike, or how does this work?
Can you give me a second?
It's the deflect missiles attribute. Make a ranged attack
It's
with
a
weapon.
monk weapon for the attack, so yeah. You get proficiency plus dex.
Okay, so it's the dex. Okay,
Yes,
so I add my dex
I
to it.
believe
Okay.
so. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure you have to use dex, but I will double check because I know that
It would
your
make
strength
sense.
is
It says ranged, a ranged attack.
Mhm.
I've never had to do this.
Oh,
before.
nope. It says under martial arts you can use dexterity instead of strength for the attack and damage rolls of your unarmed strikes and monk weapons. And it's considered a monk weapon, it says in your
Shit.
ability. So you can choose to use strength if you want to.
Okay, well, I'm using strength. 19.
That hits.
How do I with damage? What would this consider as damage?
Give me a second here.
I can use my same unarmed strike, but I don't know how much that would.
Counts as a monk weapon. So, give me a second.
It's going to be a D8.
Oh, shit.
Unless I'm mistaken. He shot a longbow, which is a D8, so...
Do I add my...
You add your strength and your... No, just your strength, actually. So it's your roll
6.
plus your strength. So 6 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. You, easily, like, super flawlessly easily catch it out of the air, spin around, and throw it back at him. He quickly blocks with his arms, and it embeds and pierces through part of his arm.
Ow.
Okay. Looks at his arm. Ah! There might be hope for you. Now it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to move 20 feet. And I'm going to attack again.
Alright, go for it.
Do two strikes with my attack.
Are you using the dagger or your fists?
Dropping the dagger and using my fists. Actually, no. I'm going to attack with the dagger.
Okay.
Natural 1. Try again.
Okay.
I can roll the 4.
Okay. Are you going to do your flurry of blows or anything, or martial arts extra attack, or?
I'll do my martial arts, but it has to be unarmed, so I'm gonna just punch with my unarmed hand. Natural 1.
Okay. Really? 2 damage? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
My dice are being mean right now.
So, the first knife attack, you go to swing at him, he catches your wrist, and just continues your motion and makes you stab yourself for 1 damage.
Ah!
And then you whip it out of your shoulder to swing at him again, he goes, ah, 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 and dodges. And then you go to punch him, he catches your hand again, then makes you hit yourself, and goes, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself.
I'm gonna kill you.
No damage from the hitting yourself one, though, it's more mockery.
Okay, well that's all I can do my turn.
And then he says, alright, I warn you. This could be a little deadly, so pay attention. But I have confidence in you after that arrow catch. And he moves 30 feet that way, get away from you. Would you like to use your reaction to try and hit it?
No.
Okay. He reaches down into his boot, pulls out a revolver, and shoots you.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm gonna try and catch it. Seriously, I'm gonna try and catch it.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll the d10
Go
plus 7. 6 plus 7, 13.
Second. 13?
Yep.
Wow.
Did I actually catch it?
Yeah. Wait.
If I reduce the damage to 0, then I catch it.
He got exactly 13. So if you equal, you catch it.
Yeah, it says if you reduce the damage to 0, you can catch the missile if it is small enough for you to hold in one hand.
He fires a bullet at you, and you, in your quick reaction, are able to catch the bullet out of midair.
So I use another key to throw it.
Okay, go for it. Roll your attack.
Plus, what was my range? Plus, so it was Dex plus proficiency, which is 5.
You get to choose because it's automatically a monk
6,
weapon.
That's right.
Anything you catch becomes a monk weapon.
15 plus 6.
That's 21. That'll hit. So you get 2d6 for damage.
2d6?
Yep.
Fuck!
Okay, so
3
3
plus
plus
3.
Your strength, so 6. Okay. You manage to catch the bullet out of midair, spin around, and throw it at him. It doesn't quite have the piercing capacity that it did when he fired it, but you thunk him in the head for 6 damage. Ah! He drops the gun on the ground, and you look at your hand, like, really, really amazed at what you did, and you see, like, a burnt scorch mark in your hand. He grabs his head, he goes, okay.
Do you believe me now? End of my turn.
Yeah.
Oh, that was still his turn.
I think we could try something else.
Fuck.
You are now out of rounds unless you decide you want to continue attacking him, because he stops. He says, we can try something else. And then he slowly picks up his gun and begins putting stuff away.
What do you mean by something else?
I have something to teach you. Second. There it is. And as he's saying this, roll perception.
Oh no, you were rolling that for me. You don't. Fuck you, dice! Perception, 14.
14. That is just enough, actually. You see, over here, peeking around the corner with his teeth grit and holding his sword slightly, is Henry. And Benny goes, you can come out, kid! I knew you were there the whole time!
Wiping the blood off my face.
Okay, he turns around and he says, I'll lead you for this part, let's go! As he's walking by, he like grabs Henry by the jacket and starts dragging Henry along, who's like confused and angry.
Hey, as I start following him.
Okay.
Where does he take
And
Henry?
Here, you can do this work. And throw this on there for Henry. He brings you to the arena pit right there. And he says, get in! And he throws Henry into the pit.
Oh, fuck.
Then he hops in with Henry.
Oh my god.
He goes, I'm going to show you something. He says, looking at you, and then he looks back to Henry. Okay. He spins his cane around his finger. He goes, if you hit people in just the right spot, there's all kinds of things you can do when you get familiar with the human body. And he spins around and he proceeds to hit Henry in the solar plexus with his cane. And 1 second. Well, he attempts to do that. Yeah, he definitely hits.
Henry's just like, what the holy shit?
Then 1 second. See the air get knocked out of Henry's lungs. And Henry begins grabbing onto his stomach, like heaving. And kind of like coughing. Looks like he's trying to talk, but he can't. And Benny says, right here between the ribs, right next to the solar plexus. If you hit somebody right here, you're going to knock the wind from their lungs. You're going to cause their muscles to spasm. They're not going to be able to do anything for about 6 seconds after that. Let's see here. He says, here, I'll show you again. And he spins around and he hits Henry again on the other side. And he has advantage because Henry is stunned.
Oh my god. She's like, again, kind of itching, like she wants to get in there.
And hits Henry again. This time. You see as Henry flops to the ground and convulses for a second. He's still conscious, but he's like gasping for air. He goes, see, still can't move. I can keep this up for like a full minute.
She starts running up to the pit.
Okay, can hop in.
She runs up to him. Are you okay?
He's like, and as he's coughing, Benny leans down next to him, places the cane on the spot on the ribs where he hit him, and pulls up Henry's shirt where you can see 2 round bruises, really dark spots on his chest. He goes, right there. When he grabs your hand, he says, you try. Right here. Just like a couple fingers, hard as you can. Right here. Go.
Is he still holding on my hand?
No, he lets go after making your fingers poke Henry's bruise.
I'm just like, he can't breathe! Why would I do it to him?
Because he has these neat little targets on him to show you exactly where to hit.
Is he crouched down?
Yes. Benny is crouched down. Henry is laying on his back.
Can he breathe? Is he still coughing?
He's gasping, so he is breathing, just he's having trouble breathing.
I don't want to hurt him.
Looks at you, says, he was willing to get hurt for you earlier.
I look down at Henry.
He starts
Is he looking at me?
He starts to come to his breath. He goes, it's okay. Do it.
So I do it.
Okay. He is attempting to show you Stunning Strike. The 5th level move that you
I
get
was
when you're
trying
level
to
5.
do that. I was trying, but it says I have to have a melee weapon attack.
Your fist counts.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm serious. It counts.
Well, it's cool. We can tie it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll an attack. He's not stunned anymore, so you don't have advantage anymore. He's gonna try not to move, but it's his natural reflex. Reflex of.
It's okay. I rolled an
flinch.
18 plus 6.
Yeah, that definitely hits him. Okay.
So I was just reading it because it said I have to have. That's why I wasn't doing it. That's why I grabbed the knife because it said that I needed.
When you hit another creature with a melee weapon attack, your fists count as a melee weapon attack. If you go to the weapons section of the player's handbook, I think it's there. I know it's somewhere in the book, but I believe it's in the weapons section. It lists unarmed strike as a melee
I'll
weapon.
have to look that up later. I'll just.
Should be with like the list of weapons and dice amounts, I believe.
I don't see it, but
I mean, look for it later.
yeah. Okay.
If I'm wrong, we'll just say you're cool and you can use your fist, but I'm pretty sure it says it.
Okay. Well, he has to succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be stunned. It doesn't talk about doing any damage. I have to spend a key point to do it.
Correct. It says when you hit another creature with a melee weapon attack, and melee weapon attacks have damage. So you're
okay.
hitting and you're adding the effect.
4. Sorry, 4.
Okay. Ooh, he fails.
Okay.
Okay. He gets hit, goes air knocks out of his lungs, and he twitches and convulses for a second there. He goes, "God, you're a natural." Took me like, honestly, probably like 30 tries before I was able to do it once. But lucky for him, you learned it so quick, isn't that right, Henry, my boy? And he bops him on the head with the stick. And Henry's looking pretty fucking beat up. In fact, let me see how beat up he is. 1 second.
Oh my god.
Okay, he's not unconscious, but he's close. He looks beat the fuck out.
Back away, Benny.
He goes, "Oh yeah, dummy's finished anyway." He hops out of the place. He says, "Word of advice. Listen to your elders. Or make your own decisions. And then begins walking out.
She looks out at Henry. Is he okay? Are you okay?
No. He rolls over and starts puking.
Oh god. Oh god. She go get some towels or something.
Okay. You can get towels from, right, that closet right there would have towels outside the arena on the side there. Yeah.
Yeah, she grabs towels.
Okay.
She'll run over into here and get them wet.
Okay.
A couple of them wet.
You're running into a random person's
Oh,
apartment?
this is somebody's house?
Yeah.
Oh, then never mind. I'm guessing that there's a sink in here somewhere.
Not in there, but in the infirmary next door there's a sink.
Okay, yeah, I'll go in there and I'll...
And also in the gymnasium across there's a sink too.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you come back and you clean up the puke. He's like slowly getting up. He's like, why didn't they teach us that before? That would have been helpful.
Come on, do you need to go lay down?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you want to go? You can stay with me if you want.
Okay.
Okay. Besides, my parents aren't here anyway.
Hot.
Oh my god, that's not what I meant, Henry! Is he up walking?
Yeah, he's kind of like leaning on you though. He's
Okay.
He's pretty beat the shit out of, and he just got stunned 3 turns in a row. So.
Throw the towels over his feet and be like, "There, come on, let's go."
Okay. Where do you lead him?
Try to make him go upstairs.
Okay. He follows you upstairs. And he says, remember that time that you, Jason, and I were playing football with our kids?
Yeah.
That one guy punched me in the nose, and what was his name again?
Fuck, I don't remember.
You didn't write a name, so.
Oh, I don't remember.
Says, anyway, you jumped in and protected me. Well, just remember, if anybody hurts you, it's my turn.
She nods. Okay, just don't die.
I'm not gonna die.
I know. Well,
Says, Blake beat me up worse than this. And roll perception. You only need to get higher than a 9.
yeah. Oh,
Okay.
12.
You see that his shoulder wound is open back up and
Oh
bleeding
god,
again.
oh god. I'm guessing I have bandages in my...
You probably have a
somehow.
first aid kit, yeah.
I'm gonna get him up in there.
Okay.
Get the first aid kit and like a towel or something, and
Where are you seating him?
on the couch,
Okay.
and then get him some water, wrap up his shoulder, and try to clean it up and wrap it up as best I can.
Okay. He thanks you. Let's see here. He says, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Well, you know I love the turkey, but I've got to say I really like those mashed potatoes.
He nods, says, yeah, me too. And I'm gonna end the session here.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god.
So what do you think of the session?
Holy shit. seriously thought it was him. Like, for real, I thought he was the one that did it, but... fucking Blake. I'm kind of pissed that they don't believe me that it was true, but I'm kind of happy at the same time, because I don't want any of them to get involved. Because once they said, well, if they're a monster, then they have to kill them, and I'm like, well, then I'm not going to tell them about my friends, because then, unless they don't believe that either. But they didn't ask me, so I'm not going to say anything.
Do you have any favorite part?
I'd say my favorite part was talking to Henry and the fight with Benny.
Pretty badass catching a bullet out of the air.
Yeah, I did it twice.
Right.
The arrow and then the bullet. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
Any parts that you disliked?
I felt like frustrated, but it was because I rolled shitty with the elders, because I was like really hoping that if I was able to convey something with them, that they would believe me, but I have a feeling they don't really believe me unless they see something, because I wasn't persuasive enough. But I don't know, a part of me kind of hopes that even if they find out about everyone else and they see that they'll be helpful to the cause versus harmful and not hurt them, but use them to help, is what I hope. But I'm worried that I might have just sold everyone. But I didn't really.
What do you think of each of the elders?
I like all of them. All of them have good personalities. Benny's hilarious. At first I wasn't sure about him, because I just thought he was going to be like that one asshole that's just like, no, we're just going to kill them all. Instead of like the other two seemed more reasonable. But then he came down and was trying to understand and see, and then still provide advice, even though she pretty much just showed him that she's crazy strong. So I think that each of them are interesting.
Let's see. And do you think that what new things, if anything, did Nadia learn? What did she gain any new information?
Well, she learned that Blake was the one that jumped in there. That he had a mission from them to destroy Jake, not just did it on his own, but the elders told him to do it. That shit's going down in Boston. There's undead out there. Does that mean something like vampires that they were talking about before, or just zombies or whatever? But based on what she saw in the video, it can't be just a zombie, like a mindless zombie. It has to be something legit, right? That Jason's an idiot, but we all knew that. That she trusts Henry. She should. She doesn't know if she can trust the elders to not hurt her friends.
Which elder would she say, in her opinion, is probably the most likely to hurt her friends and least likely?
Based on the reaction, honestly, I have a feeling that Greg would be the one that would hurt them.
Okay.
Only being that he was very set in saying that if they're monsters, and even just talking about Tim, he just considered him immediately a monster, even though he doesn't look like one or act like one. So that was what made me think that he would just turn. And honestly, I think Benny would be the least likely to do something to them.
Okay.
Or Annie. But I can't tell with her because I don't know. She didn't really say much.
She's both the quietest elder and the one that is seen the least often. And she is the only person who lives in the basement.
Yeah. So I don't know what her story is, but...
Alright, well, did you have fun?
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna end